Hey guys, Ryze here. I think I found the highest APM build in League of Legends and I want to talk about it. I also want to talk about APM in general a little bit. So, APM is actions per minute, which is the amount of inputs you input per minute. So, pretty simple. It's a concept that's talked about a lot in RTS games in terms of like player skill. How much APM do you have? Wow, you have over 100 APM and you've only been playing a month? That's really good. Pro players in StarCraft usually average about 190 to 200 APM over the course of an entire like 20-minute game. I don't follow StarCraft very much, but that's just my understanding of it. I could be wrong. So, let's talk about different actions in League of Legends and their APM. Also to note, you in League of Legends you won't consistently be performing these actions, so your APM would be lower for the entire game. But in terms of like burst APM or a bunch of APM all at one time, where you have to put in a bunch of inputs, what that would look like. So let's do some stuff as if we were an AD carry, because they tend to be the highest APM role in the game during team fights. So if you're running away from a tank but you're still wanting to auto attack him, you would do what's called orb walking. So let's do some orb walking and see how much APM it would be. Alright, so I have an APM counter on the top left of my screen. So if you look at that, it's kind of small, but I don't really know how to make it any bigger. But yeah, this would be some orb walking as an AD carry, as an example, where you're moving between your auto attacks to walk away from someone who's hitting you, but you're still auto attacking them. So I'm not the best at it, but about 220 APM, 230. It's probably higher if you have more attack speed. So I would gather that to be very good at orb walking, you would need 250 APM. To be decent at it or good, I would gather you need probably 150 to 200. So that is the baseline APM required for orb walking. Now let's talk about A moving. It's another way to orb walk as an AD carry, but you need to put in additional inputs. So A move or attack move is when you click your A move keybind, which I think is defaulted to A. It brings up your auto attack range, and then whenever you click somewhere, it auto attacks whatever's closest to that. So if I A move and click here, it's going to attack the target dummy. So in a team fight, if you're in the river or somewhere where there's not minions or a lot of things, you can basically A move and click anywhere, and it's still going to attack the closest thing to you because there's nothing else for it to attack. So since you have to press A between, it's an additional input, it's going to add APM. It might be redundant APM, like it's not needed necessarily, but it's still APM, and I thought it would be worth talking about. Let's show an example of A move kiting or A move orb walking as an AD carry. So my lethal tempo expired, but as it was coming up, I was getting about 350 to 400 APM, but a lot of it's redundant, so it's kind of like inflating it. But that being said, a lot of people do it this way, so it's legitimately that many inputs per minute, even if some of them are unnecessary. So now let's talk about on-hit Ryze. Ryze is a character who has his main skill shot, his Q, that one. It gets reset by his other abilities. His other abilities being a slow and like this AoE mark thing that marks stuff. So Ryze combo would be like Q. Oh, it'd be, sorry about that. It'd be Q, W, Q, E, Q. So, pretty simple, I guess. It's difficult to pull off in game if you haven't played a lot of Ryze before, but yeah, that's like a simple combo as Ryze. But what if we had enough attack speed where we could auto attack in between those abilities? So that would add a fucking metric shitload of APM and be really hard to pull off, because not only do you have to hit those APMs, you also want to move between your auto attacks if you're trying to kite someone. And for your abilities to reset, you must actually like hit your point click ability, which hitting a point click ability whenever you're trying to, click over here to move is pretty difficult. So let's just do some of it, and I'll talk about it afterwards. So, I've already explained it. Let me just show you what it looks like. This is hard. This is really hard. So yeah, if you look, it says 380 APM. That's about what it was saying, 370 to 380 APM. Without A moving, without like none of that. So you have to be precise with your mouse movements and be, hitting the keys in the correct order. It's very difficult. Much more difficult than like 80 carry kiting. So I would venture to say that this is probably the highest APM character / build in the game. Just because of the amount, because of your low cooldown spells that you want to auto attack in between. So, in theory, if you also wanted to A move, I'm not sure how much it would help since you already have to hover over the character you want to target with your auto attacks. You already have to hover over them to cast your W and your E and all of your abilities. So A moving doesn't seem like it really helps here. But if you did A move for some ungodly reason and you just wanted to add more APM to it and inflate it, it would probably be in the range of about 500. So, yeah. And that is on Hit Ryze. That's a summary of different kiting techniques on, 80 carries and all that. So if you thought this video was interesting or that you think, you have another idea of a build that may be higher APM or something like that, please like, comment, and subscribe or whatever. I don't even know where I'm going to post this video. I just wanted to make a video out and just bring it to the public because I thought it was really, really cool. All right. Thank you, guys.